What a day. What a week it's been. Been outside working my keister off all week. However, I did buy a few things this week, so I'm here to share them with you. Okay, right here. Picked up some CDs. Don't buy CDs very often, but there they were. I was going to tell you about something about, because I like the rattle. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you about sleeping. I'm not a guy that sleeps a lot. So when I do sleep, it's got to be assisted sleeping. So last night I had to get some assisted sleeping, and 12 hours later I'm out of bed. 11 and a half. And before it leads up to a point of I'm really tense, gritting my teeth, and then I need some assisted sleeping, and I do that. I get up the next day, I'm relaxed. I'm very relaxed. But then I have trouble thinking. Yeah, I can't keep a thought in my head. So bear that with me. Bear that in mind, okay? All right. Foreigner. Alrighty then. This has, greatest hits. They're all on here. I don't need anything but this CD right here by Foreigner. I don't need anything besides this. However, I do have some. I do want a couple others. But got all the hits. Dude, that can suffice most people. All right, this band has one song that I know of that I liked. Collective Soul. So I don't know much about this band, but I got a CD by them. I've heard people talk about this guy, I don't know how many times, in the VC. I don't have any vinyl by him, or do I? No, I don't. But, what's his name? Lovett. Lyle Lovett. Lyle Lovett? I don't know. Sorry. Okay. Don't know nothing about this guy. I just know people's talked about him. Apparently I didn't pay too much attention. But everybody seems to like this guy. This isn't the album most people show. Dang, it seems like I got a CD by him not too long ago. Yeah, my brains. I did buy this on vinyl a while back, but I seen it on CD and I said, well, sure. I'll take it on CD. One of these days I might own a vehicle that I can actually, play CDs in. My Jeep's too loud. But occasionally. Eventually I won't be able to drive the Jeep. They're putting that corn fuel in our regular gasoline now. And, you got your E85 and your E88. E88 will destroy engines. What year was it? Well, if you got a car before 2006, I think it is, somewhere around there. Before then, this fuel added, they're putting in all of our fuel now, will destroy your engine, your lawnmowers included. Yeah. Stay away from the E88. Yeah, bad news, dude. Bad news. Oh my God. Look at that Cheryl Crow. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. She's a beauty. Beauty and a half. I've got some Cheryl Crow. I've got one vinyl up there in concert. And I like some Cheryl Crow. Heck yes, I do. Ta-da! Like I said, one of these days, maybe I can play those in the car when I have to buy a new car because the gas is being changed so much. They don't tell you too much about it. You just hear it accidentally. That's another story. Now, on with the vinyl. Like I said, can't think. I had to write some notes down. See? I had to write notes. All right, 1962. This guy was a jazz guitarist. Right here. Johnny Smith. Man with the blue guitar. I can't find a picture anywhere of him playing a blue guitar, but you know, it's just his style. This album's interesting. He was a jazz guitarist, so it's kind of a jazzy, loungy feel on this album, but it's just him and his guitar. There's no singing, there's no other instruments, just a guy and his guitar. The interesting thing about this guy, he is the one that wrote the song the Ventures are famous for. Yes, right there. Walk, Don't Run. He's the one that done it. You can look on YouTube, you can find the jazzy version of him playing his original song, Walk, Don't Run. Interesting fact, huh? This band. Every time I find this band, notes, every time I find this band, I'll put an album on and I'm like, I don't know. And like this one, so just started playing, I'm like, I don't know. And before the first song was over, I'm like, oh, hell yes. Yes, Climax Blues Band. What a great freaking band.
This rocket got to roll, so I hit the road and made my getaway. Restless feeling really got a hold. I started searching for a better way. And I kept on looking for a sign in the middle of the night, but I couldn't see the light. No, I couldn't see the light.
This is their 8th album. Yeah. 8th album from 1976. They had 22 albums. And oddly enough, this is not an American band. No, they're a British band, if I remember right. But they're also known as the Climax Chicago Blues Band. They're not from Chicago. What? I don't get it. But, yeah. There's a lot of things I don't get, but there you go. Like I said, I started playing this like, oh, God, I don't know. This album just kept getting better and better. That's a good band. That's a good band. Here we go. This is the first album by the band called Zephyr. Zephyr? Is that how you pronounce it? Zephyr?
Zephyr. Zephyr.
Had Tommy Bolin in it, so I'm sure Steve has talked about this album. He's talked about the band anyway. It seems like Steve talked about it. Art over there, North Carolina vinyl picker, seems like he's probably talked about it. I don't know. I know a few people's talked about this band, but this album, I got this at a flea market for $5. I don't know what these sell for online, but oh my God, this is well worth the $5. This is a great album. Yeah, you'll like this album if you find it. pass on. Got a note? Let's see. All right. The name stands for Soft Breeze. They were formed in 1968, and they only done 4 albums. Formed in 68, first album was in 69. Oh, this is the first album. Came out in 69. Oh my God. I told you. Not thinking straight today. But yeah, this is some good stuff. That's some good stuff. In my notes. Tommy Bolin. Hey Steve, I talked about Tommy Bolin. This band had 22 albums. And this is their second album from 1966, I think. Yeah, second album, 1966. And it's still in the shrink. I got this at the flea market too for $4.50. Now I know a lot of people are like, oh, Bee Gees, is that disco? No, this is not disco Bee Gees. This is not disco Bee Gees. This is pretty good stuff. Now, this is a 1966 album, but I think it's a Rhino reissue in 88 or 90 or something. What's that say? 2018. This one was produced in 2018, but I liked it. I bought it. It was still sealed. Still sealed. $4.50. Haven't taken this off yet. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, get that off of there. And other people are like, oh, no, save that. Sometimes, you know, this cellophane will curl your covers. It's been known to curl the vinyl. And sometimes the stuff will leach, some kind of chemical leaches into your records and messes them up. It can, I've got a couple that's done that too. It's, some chemical leaches out of this plastic onto your record, through the cardboard, onto your record, leaves a funny looking stain on it, and it makes a shh, shh sound. Not all records do that. I mean, I've got records that had cellophane on them from the 1950s, and they play fine. No cellophane leakage, but some do. And if you want to save, this don't have any hype stickers on it, but I usually just take them like this and pull it in like that, grab this side, and off it goes, just like that. It's just that easy. And then, you know, if you save this because there's a hype sticker on it, you can fold this all up, put it in an envelope, stuff it inside there, you'll be fine. Should be fine. But anyway, maybe it'll leak through the envelope. I don't know, but there it is. The Bee Gees. I know. Rattle. This album I bought in the mail. It's been on my list for a long time. Like, I need this album. The funny thing is, it came in this sleeve. The Loving Spoonful. Now, this album right here, The Loving Spoonful. This is the sleeve that this album came in. So if you got this album, you should have this sleeve as the original sleeve. But the album that I bought came in this sleeve, which is odd because I don't think this is the proper sleeve for this next album. But this next band has been compared to The Loving Spoonful. Why? I don't know. I kind of compare them to the Bonzo Dog Band. I love the Bonzo Dog Band. Got their albums right back here somewhere. Now, this is considered psych. They came out with one album, then they broke up. A few years later, back together, like 71, made another album, then they broke up. All right, this album came out in 1967. I got to hold it out here. Need some longer arms. 1967. Their next album came out in 1973. And this got up to number 26 on the charts. Yeah. Sopwith Camel. I don't know who showed this album before. I know I've seen it on the VC a couple times. But this album, if you know any song by this band, it's Hello, Hello.
Hello, hello, I like your smile. Hello, hello, shall we talk a while? Would you like some of my tangerine? I know I'd never treat you mean.
And for me, when you get a album that, oh, this song's the best song on here, that's the one that was on the charts. I usually find that song not the best song on the album. This album changes from song to song. It's considered psychedelic. But then there's different kinds of psych, right? You got your hearts right there. Folk. That's called folk psychedelic. Yeah. That's folk psychedelic right there. So you get folk psychedelic. You get, I don't know. There's all kinds of psychedelics out there. It doesn't have to be all feedback and fuzz tone. No, that's not on this album. This is a fan-freaking-tastic album. This is a Goat suggested album. You find this, pick it up. That's all I got for you this week. So I hope you enjoyed that little mess. That being said, talk to you later.